Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping straight into a massive renewable energy breakthrough, one that's quietly brewing right now in these stunning mountainous landscapes of Arunachal Pradesh. If you're at all fascinated by the future of clean energy, sustainable engineering, and, how we actually interact with the natural world, you are absolutely in for a ride. We're talking about a totally new way to harness the raw power of nature, and it literally challenges everything we've come to know about traditional infrastructure.
Seriously, what if we could generate electricity from a river without building a single dam? For decades, that sounded like pure science fiction, right? When we think of river energy, we almost always immediately picture these massive, towering concrete walls, permanently flooded forests, and the honestly heartbreaking reality of displaced local communities. But what if we could just bypass all of that destruction? Imagine drawing continuous, clean power from a river while leaving its natural environment completely untouched. It sounds almost impossible, but as we're about to see, engineering has finally caught up with our wildest imaginations.
Okay, let's dive into this and demystify exactly what this revolutionary power source actually is. It's called river kinetic energy, or hydrokinetic energy. Basically, this is the process of generating electricity directly from the natural flow of a fast-moving river, completely removing the need for a dam or some massive artificial reservoir. So instead of stopping the water to build up potential energy like we're used to, we're tapping directly into the kinetic energy. We're harnessing the actual movement and raw speed of the river as it flows naturally along its course. Now, what's really interesting here is how you can visualize this. Think of it exactly like an underwater wind turbine. We're all super familiar with those towering wind turbines capturing the breeze out in an open field, right? Well, hydrokinetic energy uses specially designed turbines installed directly into the riverbed. As the fast-moving water naturally rushes through the turbine blades, they rotate, and that drives a generator to produce electricity. The river just keeps on flowing undisturbed, fish can swim right by, and power is generated silently, entirely beneath the surface. It's just incredibly elegant in its simplicity. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive paradigm shift we're talking about. Look, traditional hydroelectric projects require colossal concrete dams. They submerge vast areas of land, permanently alter the river's ecological flow, and force entire communities to relocate. But river kinetic energy? Zero dams. No artificial reservoirs whatsoever. It boasts a remarkably small environmental footprint, protects fish migration paths, and, actually crucially from an engineering standpoint, it can be installed much faster and at a drastically lower cost. The contrast in the environmental toll is honestly just staggering. Now, while this might sound like some experimental technology from the distant future, it's actually not. Global pioneers are already proving it out today. Norway is a huge leader here, with companies like Tidal Sail AS designing these highly advanced underwater turbines. Over in the United States, a company called ORPC has successfully deployed these systems in Alaska. And what's amazing there is they're using river power to supply clean electricity to super remote Alaskan villages, literally replacing highly polluting and expensive diesel generators. Canada is rigorously testing turbines in Manitoba right now, while France, the UK, and Germany are rapidly developing similar tech for their own rivers and canals. And all of this global success points to some immense, untapped potential worldwide. While commercial deployment is admittedly still in its early stages globally, the excitement is just skyrocketing for nations with extensive, fast-flowing river networks. We're talking about countries like India, China, Russia, and Brazil. They are sitting on an absolute gold mine of kinetic energy. Because they have thousands of kilometers of perennial rivers, they have the ability to generate massive amounts of renewable electricity using this exact technology. They can basically skip the whole dam building phase entirely and fast-track their clean energy goals. So, the crucial point is this one, number right here, 500. India is officially stepping onto the global stage with a landmark 500 kilowatt demonstration project. This is India's very first river kinetic energy project, and a 500 kilowatt capacity, that is a substantial testing footprint. It's large enough to actually prove the commercial and technical viability of the technology in Indian waters. It serves as the ultimate proof of concept, showing that yes, you can absolutely harvest significant power without stopping a river's natural flow. But where exactly do you go to test something like this? You need the absolute best geographic conditions possible, which is exactly why Arunachal Pradesh was chosen. Known as the powerhouse of India, this state features some of the fastest-flowing Himalayan rivers on the entire subcontinent. We're talking massive forces of nature like the Siang, Subansiri, Kameng, Lohit, and Dibang. These rivers carry enormous volumes of rushing water all year round. And even though scientists are still finishing up their technical and environmental studies before they announce the exact river location for this project, the steep, rugged geography of Arunachal Pradesh makes it the absolute perfect testing ground.
Let's move to how this all comes together and see how this builds on a powerful international collaboration known as the India-Norway Green Partnership. On the Indian side, the Center for Earth Sciences and Himalayan Studies is stepping up as the lead implementing agency, backed by crucial project support from the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. They're pairing up with some serious Norwegian expertise. Tidal Sail AS is acting as the critical technology partner, bringing the actual turbine designs to the table, with Innovation Norway supporting the broader partnership. It's just a fantastic example of cross-border technological synergy.
So why does all of this matter so much for the future? Well, if this 500 kilowatt pilot in Arunachal Pradesh succeeds, it's entirely scalable across other states with similar terrain. Think Sikkim, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, and Assam. But more importantly, it provides clean, reliable power for remote villages, border regions, islands, and off-grid communities. By generating power locally, literally right from the river running next to a village, it completely eliminates the need to build and maintain those incredibly expensive, highly vulnerable transmission lines through difficult mountainous terrain. It's a real game changer.
The core engineering philosophy here completely shifts our perspective. Instead of stopping rivers, scientists are learning how to generate electricity simply by allowing them to flow naturally. I mean, for over a century, our approach to hydropower has been pretty brute force, right? Stop the water, build a massive wall, control the environment. But this new kinetic approach, it's all about working in harmony with nature's existing momentum. It represents a much smarter and profoundly cleaner chapter in our global renewable energy journey. Which brings us to a final, slightly provocative thought to leave you with today. Are we actually witnessing the end of the megadam era? As river kinetic technology becomes more efficient, cheaper to install, and globally scalable, the justification for destroying massive ecosystems just to build traditional dams becomes harder and harder to defend. Now, megadams probably won't disappear overnight, but this breakthrough in Arunachal Pradesh clearly signals that a highly viable, entirely eco-friendly alternative has finally arrived on the scene. It's a brilliant, brilliant glimpse into the future of engineering.
Thank you so much for joining me to explore this incredible scientific innovation. If you found this breakdown of India's first river kinetic energy project as fascinating as I did, please like, share, and comment on this video. Let me know down below if you think kinetic turbines will actually replace megadams in our lifetime. And of course, please subscribe to the channel for more such content as we continue to explain the most exciting engineering breakthroughs and renewable energy technologies shaping our world. Keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.